What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, if your name is Christian Combs, King Combs, I don't know what is going on. He has just dropped a new album. I'm sorry, a new, what is it, mixtape, single, whatever, called Diddy Free. Now, I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all waiting for him to say, waiting for me to talk about his struggle, baby, nipple rap, but I'm not. Because at least he out here hustling. He knows he got to go make a living. He got that ambition, baby. Look at his eyes. This week is the burgers, next week is the fries. But all jokes aside, first of all, everybody talking about some, oh my God, Diddy going free. You know who probably thinks the prosecution did a great job on the close? King Combs. Because if you really thought Diddy was going free, why wouldn't you drop this when he was actually free? Because y'all think he gonna come home next week, right? Right. Y'all got that. But all jokes aside, okay? Why wouldn't he drop this when Diddy goes free? One, he don't think he going free. But two, Diddy would probably get free and once again suck up all his blessings for himself. Let me talk to y'all for a second, okay? Because all these Diddy glazers are so big saying, oh my God, Diddy's a perfect dad, Diddy's this, and let me tell you something. Diddy is not just toxic to women. He's toxic to his own children. You want to talk about sabotage, baby, let's look at this pattern. But before we look at the pattern, can I just say one thing? Christian, I don't know what's going on. Last time you dropped a single, your daddy got arrested. Remember when he dropped that single, that mixtape on the feds, and they arrested him? You think the Christian Combs curse has struck again, and this is what's going to make Diddy go away for life? I know. But y'all, honestly, all jokes aside, okay, we got to get this straight. I will maintain that Diddy is not just toxic to women. He is toxic to his own children. Let's look at the pattern. First up, before we get to King, let's talk about Justin Combs. Justin, remember that college football career? Done. Why? Because Diddy got into it with the coach. Allegedly, he tried to swing a kettlebell at him and crack his head open. And suddenly, his son's athletic future goes up in smoke. Poof, vamoose. Not a coincidence, okay? Justin got accepted into Harvard. Diddy called them in and talked him into going to California to help run Bad Boy. Next thing we know, he is getting into accidents. Misa is going off, tweeting on Diddy, telling everybody knows something's wrong with you. And as much as people are talking about Diddy, the one thing the prosecution should have brought up is Misa Hilton Brim's IG stories, because that told us everything we needed to know about Diddy before what we knew about Diddy. But it's not over. Then there was Quincy, talented, marketable, had a real shot at being one of the biggest actors of our generation. Remember when Empire was casting? Quincy was supposed to play Jamal. That's right, Jussie Smollett's role. But Diddy allegedly stepped in and tried to control the music rights, and the deal fell apart. Quincy lost the role, Empire goes on to be a hit, and Diddy back in the shadows. Quincy finally booked Star, another Lee Daniels show. And guess who shows up again? Diddy, always close enough to interfere, never far enough to let them breathe. And I remember that. Remember when Diddy was allegedly going to sue Lee Daniels? Or at least the streets were saying that he was going to sue Lee Daniels for stealing his life story. Now, back then, we thought it was some BS, but now that we know that he really is a criminal, I don't know. Now, let's get to Christian, aka King Combs. He just dropped a rap album, but word on the street is, at least the streets are saying, is that Diddy wasn't lifting him up. He was blocking opportunities behind the scenes, allegedly calling people, pulling rank, and inserting himself where he shouldn't be, and even trying to take all his blessings. Why? Because in Diddy's world, no one shines brighter than him, not even his own sons. Young Berg, now known as Hitmaker, even came on the Joe Budden podcast recently and basically confirmed the theory. Diddy has a pattern of stepping on his own sons' careers when they're starting to rise up. He gets in the way on purpose. Oh, y'all don't believe me? Listen to this, all right? And I want to hear what every Diddy Glazer got to say, and I know they gonna have a lot to say. Listen to this mess.
Seen Amani. He's not acting. He's acting. I'm trying to get you to another tier. My bad.
Salacious. I'm not really say it in nigga terms. Like,
What's
not,
the
not as
wildest shit?
educated.
What's the wildest shit you seen?
I mean, with Diddy, nothing with Diddy was actually like really super wild. Like what I went viral for. The wildest thing he ever did, I think I was in Atlanta and I was working with his son Christian. We was cooking up ideas and like Christian put him on FaceTime. He like, yo, we at the Ritz-Carlton, come back, blah, blah, blah. We get back to the Ritz-Carlton, they having like a party in that, and it's the wildest thing he ever said to me in my life. He opened the door, me and Christian walk in, he like, what's up, Pops, da, 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 and then Diddy like, what's up, nigga? I dap him up, what's up, nigga? I'm going crazy. Me and Christian just made some shit. He like, man, fuck that nigga, where my music at?
Oh, shit.
I think that was the wildest shit.
Again, what did he say? F that ninja, where my music at? How did Mark Agnifilio and the whole world allow us to forget who this mofo really is? He didn't give a damn about Kim while she was alive at all. Took her through hell. Had her looking stressed the whole time. Literally stressed out over Cassie. The whole time Cassie is literally turning into his new freak-off partner while he's cheating on her, beating on her. Diddy is not a good guy, and the fact that get this, right? Let's just call this what it is. Diddy does spiritual abuse because it's not just about industry politics. It's psychological warfare. How do you grow up under a man who tells the world he's a family man, but keeps pulling the rug out from under you every time you find your footing? Diddy's not a mentor. He's not a mogul. He's a mirror of the very industry rot we claim to be waking up from. And anyone still defending him needs to ask themselves why they are so comfortable watching a father sabotage his own blood just to stay on top. He's the devil these fools keep rooting for. And if he'll do it to his own sons, imagine what he's done to everybody else around him. Now, before y'all say, Christian Combs ain't even talented, that's not true. As much as I literally clown him for his struggle Nepo rap, he's not the worst rapper. That boy got talent. And even if he was untalented, your dad at one point ran the music industry. You could have hooked him up with the best producers, the best this, the best that. Instead, what did he do? The same thing he did with Cassie, minus the freak-offs. Put him in the studio, had him working, don't release stuff, sabotage, and then when you finally do get on with some beats, you hobbling your 55-year-old self in to get in front of your son, who should be next up. Again, Justin gave up going to Harvard because he was going to be CEO of Bad Boy and Diddy was going to step out the way. Diddy never stepped out of the way. He just made him CEO in name only. Quincy tried to get out of his shadow, get his own acting career popping, and he could have. He got the looks, he got the talent, he got everything. Diddy came in and messed that up. Christian should have been bigger than he was. He got the looks, he got the talent, they got everything they need. And your dad got access to every big name. He did to Christian what he did to Cassie without the freak-offs. And still these Diddy Glazers are gonna be in. You're incredibly biased. You gonna feel stupid when you get out. No, ninja, you gonna feel stupid. Cause let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. First of all, Diddy ain't getting out. Those prosecutions got that mofo. And let that be a lesson for anybody that want to do Diddy-like crimes. But second of all, y'all, these Diddy Glazers are sick in the head. And as much as they are defending his right to abuse, because they want the right to abuse, unlike y'all, I'm not going to be sitting there eager on my knees waiting for him to get out. And guess what? The Diddy Glazers, he wouldn't even look twice at y'all. But then again, I don't know. We saw the escorts he liked. Maybe he would. I don't know. The whole point of the matter is Diddy is not a good person. And again, when I say not a good person, there is something wrong with that man, and he cannot be allowed to be on the open streets. But for anybody saying, oh, but what about the children? What about the children? As sad as it is, this might be the best thing that ever happened to them, to get away from someone that seems like all they do is do narcissistic abuse. But hey, that's just my opinion on what do I know. Anyway, shout out to Christian Combs trying to do something on his own. Again, for anybody thinking Diddy's coming home, why didn't his son put out Diddy free the moment he actually got let free? Unless you don't think that's going to happen. Again, maybe we're looking at a double entendre. Not free Diddy, but I'm Diddy free. Maybe he's trying to send us a message. Maybe he realizes it's time to move past his father's influence, free of his father's influence, and step into his own right. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.